Sarah, are you there?
Yes, sorry, I was talking to Miss Pizzaro.
Okay. Who do we have that's in person?
I only know about number 14.
All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 238-767-765 and 766, State of Texas versus Emaria London. We're here on a motion to reinstate, essentially. Ms. Maljevic, it's your motion. You may proceed. Please unmute yourself.
I am
Hi,
Amaria.
Amaria, I'll do the talking, okay?
Good afternoon, Judge. Thank you for hearing us today. I have Amira here. She missed her arraignment. I did file a motion to reinstate bond based on the reasons that she is a person with mental health issues. She has been off her medication for approximately the past 2 months, making her unstable and unable to make appropriate decisions. I am working with Behavioral Health Services. Kelly has visited her when she was in the jail, and she was released on a PR bond. So, Your Honor, we're just asking that you reinstate her bond. We're going to work to get her somewhere safe. Kelly's going to work to find her another shelter, somewhere safe and stable where that's close enough for her to make it to court from here on out.
State.
Your Honor, state's unopposed to reinstating. Should you do decide to reinstate, I would ask that a couple of bond conditions related to her mental health and medication be added. One of which being that she submit to and continue her mental health treatment as required by her current treatment provider, and that she shall take her mental health medication as prescribed and provide proof to her pretrial monitor as such.
Maljevic.
I have no objections to those additions, Your Honor.
Actually, I'm going to add almost every mental health bond condition that we have onto your client. I'm going to grant the motion, but she's going to have to follow these conditions as well. She does not live in Fort Bend, correct?
No, sir.
She's from Louisiana. Her mom and her grandmother are in Louisiana. I actually did file a motion to modify her bond conditions so that she could go live with mom and grandma. It's a tricky situation. Finding placement is difficult. I know she's safe with mom and grandmother, but it is in Louisiana. It is only a 2-hour drive. So that is a safe space for her, but we would like to get her closer in Fort Bend County so that she can work with Kelly and work with the services that the county can provide.
All right. So she's going to have to submit to and continue mental health treatment as required by her treatment providers. She shall take mental health medication as prescribed, and she shall communicate with her assigned caseworker with the Fort Bend County Public Defender's Office Mental Health Division weekly. It's my understanding you are working with the PD's office on this case. Does she have an assigned caseworker already?
No, Your Honor, I'm just working with Kelly from BHS.
Okay. Why don't you're appointed, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Why don't you get her a caseworker with the PD's office? You're entitled to it to help.
Okay,
Okay.
got it.
All right. Motion's granted on all three cases. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
When do you want them to come back?
When? Oh, we need to enter a DCO for this case. That's correct.
Will it go on to mental health docket?
I don't know. That's a Donna question.
Yeah, my plan was to email Donna and get with her. I haven't been successful in getting any clients enrolled, but I will certainly try.
The difficult part with this case is the fact that she lives in Louisiana. So it's not like she's gonna be able to make trips twice a month,
Correct.
monthly down here.
Correct.
Let's put her on arraignment for next Friday so that'd be the 9th at 8:30 a.m. I expect her to appear and sign a docket control order at that time.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right. Y'all are free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Give me 1 minute. Let me get these orders signed. All right, let's bring in the next case. All right, Mr. Pham.
Yes, Your Honor. Good
You're
afternoon, Your Honor.
on a motion for early termination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why don't you go ahead and present your argument?
Your Honor, we approached last time for Mr. Stephen Tran. He has I'm sorry. He has complied with all his conditions. He was missing his fees. He has paid for last month and this month's fee. He has done all the community service hours, and we're asking for the court to early terminate him, Your Honor.
So Michelle, are you there?
I'm coming up the hallway.
Okay,
Hold
let's
on
go.
one second.
I'll come right back to you. We're gonna go to the our ADA first. Let's see.
Okay.
Date.
Your Honor, so long as the defendant is compliant, has no outstanding conditions of his supervision, then the state would be unopposed.
All right then.
Okay.
Michelle.
He has complied with all the conditions that he has. So there was no issues on our end, and we're deferring back to the court.
Okay. I'll grant the motion.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We go ahead and sign it right now. All right, motion's granted and signed. Mr. Tran, you're off probation.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you, Mr. Pham.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Honor. Thank you.
Go to Caceres. All right, Mr. Ness, if we're here on Monday, Caceres, why don't you give me an update?
Judge, I am speaking with the state. The state has proffered a plea bargain offer to us. I have raised some concerns about the offer in its current state, and the state and I have agreed to talk and probably come to an agreement on some altered form of that plea bargain.
You have a pretrial on 11/7. If you come to an agreement before then, obviously, to contact Sarah. She can get you a plea date. I do know we are sparse over the next couple weeks because our court is shut down for 1 week for a technology refresh. They're redoing a bunch of technology in the courtroom. And then also we're about to pick back up with a disposition hearing on a juvenile case. So if you either get it in real soon if you want to get it worked out, or it's going to be at least probably 3 weeks before we can get to it.
Understood, Judge.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nassif, for the update. You're free to go.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Judge, I do not have attorney nor defendant in the waiting room for the next.
Cooper.
Yes.
All right, let's move to the next one. We'll come back. You can. Mr. Williams, can you turn your video on, please?
Yes, Judge, I'm trying to now. I don't know why it's glitching.
There we go. Mr. Buchanan, would you turn your video on, please? Mr. Buchanan, would you turn your video on, please?
Judge, may I try to give him a call? To walk him through it. I don't know if he knows how to do it.
We'll come right back to you. Yes, you can do that. No, he just left.
Yeah, it was doing something to mine as well. I couldn't even get connected to it.
Okay, we'll come right back to you.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Let's go to the next case, Zavala.
I do not see Mr. Venza.
Okay, let's go to the next case after that. We need to. That's Venza as well. Okay, Franklin.
I don't see them as well.
All right, Laren.
They are in person.
If I could have Veronica Laren in the room.
Morning or afternoon hour.
Good afternoon. Let's see here. Mr. Haney, why don't you give me an update on the case?
Okay, so we're negotiating. Looks like we're getting towards some kind of an agreement, but apparently my client picked up a new case within the last a few days. I think it's the second DWI. So
Is that here in Fort Bend?
It's in Fort Bend, but I think it's in a different court.
It'll be transferred to my court event.
Okay.
Sarah, why don't you try to locate that case? If it's filed already.
I believe it was recently filed, Your Honor.
Do you know what court it fell into?
Let me look it up real quick, Judge.
I'm sure Sarah's doing that right now.
It is in our court.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it is, okay.
It's still unfiled.
All right. Mr. Scoville, why don't you take a look at that case, see if you want to get it filed here soon.
I spoke with the intake.
We can try to put them together on the same docket.
Okay, sounds good. I spoke with the intake prosecutor recently about this case, Your Honor. My understanding was that it was either already filed or going to be filed shortly. I'll get with him again to figure out what the holdup is.
Okay. All right, Mr. Haney, we'll reach out to you regarding this case at some point in the future so we can get them both on the same docket and we'll work out both cases together.
Okay, Judge, I appreciate that.
All right, you and your client are free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
Beshoyan. Beshoyan.
That's mine, Your Honor.
Mr. Fashion, would you turn your video on, please? All right. Counselor, why don't you give me an update on the case?
Yes, Your Honor. So we recently received an offer from the state that if he completes a BIP course, it will be dismissed, and I believe he has started his BIP courses.
Your video, please. How many weeks is that?
I'm not sure how many weeks it is total. The prosecutor may be able to enlighten us.
Isn't it 12 weeks?
So it was 18
18?
for 36 hours, 2 hours.
He might make it before his jury trial. All right. We'll see you back on pretrial conference to give me an update. We can give the court an update on where he stands on those courses.
Okay. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Green,
I do not see attorney in the waiting room.
okay. Selders, all right, Mr. Stryker, we're here on Jason Selders. If you give the court an update.
Yeah, Judge, the prosecutor and I talked earlier this week. We're hoping to have resolved the case in the next few weeks. My client is working on a restitution. We're working on just kind of resolving a restitution matter. We're hoping that helps resolve the case the next few weeks. We do have a setting in October just in case, or September and October just in case. But again, we're hoping to resolve this case within the next 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
He is actually sending me over the restitution form for us to pay the restitution when we have it ready to go.
All right. Very good. Thank you for the update. If it's not dismissed before 9/26, I'll see you then.
Absolutely, Judge. But hopefully we resolve before then. Thank you, Judge.
You're free to go.
My client should be on Zoom as well, Judge. I just want to make sure that he knew he was checking in.
He is.
Excellent. Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, you may.
Have a great day.
Hello, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stornello. We're waiting on your client to connect.
Okay.
Seems like your client is having issue. There we go.
You there?
All right, Mr. Stornello, why don't you give the court an update on Mr. Penaloza's case?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Chapa and I have spoken about his case. We came to a plea bargain agreement, and my client had told me he accepted it. I emailed the court coordinator yesterday regarding getting a plea date.
Sarah, did you give him a date yet?
Yes, I did.
No, Sarah.
Oh,
Thanks, you, Judge. I have not, but we can do Tuesday.
We've already got 3 set that day.
Friday?
Let's do Friday.
Friday the 9th?
That'll work. Friday the 9th.
That works good, Judge.
All right. I'll see y'all on Friday the 9th for a plea at 9 a.m.
Okay. And do you want the plea papers filed ahead of time, Judge, or do you want us to file them in court?
You can file them in court. Try to get them done in advance.
Okay. I will.
All right. Thank y'all. You're free to
Okay.
go.
Thank you, Judge.
oh, thank you.
You wanna go back to the top, Judge?
Yeah. Mr. Venz is here. We'll go and put these cases in real quick. All right, Mr. Venza, we're here on Yosio Zavala. Why don't you give the court an update?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that I think that we've got a deal on this for classes in exchange for dismissal, if I'm not mistaken.
When did we talk about that?
A couple of, well, I could be mistaken. Judge, I'm sorry, I rushed to get here. I was having a problem with my car. What we can, the state and I can get together right after this, but I know it's not resolved as of yet.
Okay. All right, well, this is the last status conference. Our next hearing date will be the pretrial conference on November 7th.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay. All right, let's move to your next case, which is Lori Benitez. Will you give the court an update on that case?
Yes, Your Honor. We're at a straight impasse on this. Things might change. I don't see them changing on our end. Could change on the state's end. You never know. But I think as of now, we are appointed for trial. All the discovery. There was an issue that had been brought to the court's attention the last time about the discovery. I viewed it at the office, but now I'm physically in possession of it. So we'll see. I mean, unless they come around and offer something else than what they're offering, I think we are appointed for trial right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the update. You're free to go
Okay.
along with your clients.
All right. Thank you, Judge. Have a nice day.
You do the same.
Okay. Bye.
We're going to take care of these interpreter cases next. All right, Mr. Stevens.
Okay.
It's my understanding that there was no ISR form submitted for Suarez Valera, but the
Okay.
other issue exists is Mr. Suarez Valera is not present.
He asked for I'll just tell you what I know. He asked for the link. I sent it to him like about 2 o'clock, and about 2:45 he sent me a message. Well, what time is court? Like 15 minutes ago. So he's attempting. We've worked it out, Judge. He's going to enter the retail theft diversion program. Hopefully within 7 days or less. As soon as I can meet him up there to do it.
State.
They would move for bond forfeiture, Judge, and the bond forfeiture may change the plea agreement.
Okay, if you can put me on hold for as long as you need, Judge, 10 minutes, 50 minutes.
Tell you what,
I'm gonna call him.
Mr. Stevens, I'm gonna hold off on making that call on this case. I've got another case I need to take care of. I'll come right back to you. You need to get him in the wait. You need to get him in the waiting room ASAP. Let's go to Guy Williams and Buchanan.
Hello?
Hello. All right. I think we're all fully connected now in this case. All right, Mr. Williams, why don't you give the court an update on what's going on?
Okay, Judge, at the last setting, I had emailed Ms. Chopper about a mitigation packet for a PTI. I provided that to her today. The storm kind of threw us back a little bit. We're in Houston. Well, I'm in Houston. So, but she did get that today for her to review. So I'm hoping by the next setting we'll have that resolved, maybe a PTI offer from the table. And I believe she's also spoken to the complaining witness. The complaining witness has tried numerous times to have this dropped for some inconsistent statements she made. But we're just waiting for the PTI to see if that's going to go through.
If a PTI is offered, he needs to enter that PTI prior to or at the pretrial conference, which is your next setting on November 7th.
That's correct.
Okay. State, anything you want to add on this case?
I think that I do.
All right, very good. Thank you for the update, Mr. Williams. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all have a good day.
You do the same.
Bye.
Do we have Cooper here? Sarah?
No, sir.
State?
State moves for bond forfeiture, Judge.
Bailiff?
Time for 304, Jermaine Cooper.
Okay. New bond is set in the amount of, wow, its current bond's 8,000. Was this a felony that got reduced down?
Not that I can, oh, yes. It was reduced down from felony.
I'm just gonna raise it to 9,000. All prior bond conditions shall remain in place. Let's go back to Suarez. All right, Mr. Stevens, your client's here. But still doesn't get past the issue of, I have no ISR form on file, and we cannot conduct this status hearing without an ISR form. So the matter is passed. And I understand you and your client may enter into the RPT program next week, and that's fine.
Alrighty. I actually thought that he was gonna sign up for this earlier. I messed up. So we'll get him in a Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
You're free to go. We have Martinez Rodriguez.
No, and I did email him that he needed to be here today. He was a class and dismiss and he
I
didn't.
see that. State?
Dave moves for bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
Bailiff?
So after at 306 for Ricardo Martinez Rodriguez.
Thank you. Current bonds 500, new bond set at 1,500.
Yes, Judge.
All prior bond conditions shall remain in place.
Yes, Your Honor.
We have Peggy Franklin.
No, sir.
No?
No, we do not.
State.
Dave moves for bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
Bailiff Peggy Franklin.
No answer at 3:08 for Peggy Franklin.
Current bond is set at 1,000. New bond is set at 3,000.
Yes, Judge.
Were there bond conditions?
I'm looking it up right now, Your Honor.
I just found them. There were. All prior bond conditions shall remain in place.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Green, is your attorney Troy Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Will Mr. Wilson be joining us today?
I texted him. He still hasn't replied.
I'm going to put you back in the waiting room. We're going to wait 5 more minutes for Mr. Wilson to appear.
Okay.
All right, it's the last case on the docket, so we're just going to wait 5 more minutes and see if he shows up. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my video for now. Mr. Green,
Yes, sir.
your attorney is not present. Thus, I am passing your hearing.
Okay.
Your next setting is on September 26th at 9 a.m. It's a pretrial conference in my courtroom.
Okay. I have a question.
Why don't you direct that question towards your attorney since he's not present, okay?
Okay.
Give him a call.
All right.
You're free to go. Sarah, Fletcher is gone.
I see that.
Okay. Well, that concludes our docket, I believe. Y'all have a good one. See you tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good rest of the day.